sweet friends. I hope you are well. I am thankfully doing so much better than last week. Last week we went through some funny life things, and of course that impacted our mood and everything that was going on. So I'm just grateful to be coming out of that and coming into this week with a lot more positivity and just a better outlook. And I was thinking today when I was walking around, just going about my day, that I think I'm still carrying a little bit of mental gunk and leftover residual feelings from everything that happened last week, and also just some other life things going on. So even though I'm feeling better, I still want to deal with it in the proper way. So I thought, okay, tonight I need to sit and just journal and get it all out of my head so that I don't have to carry it around with me anymore. So I wanted to sit and create some journal spreads tonight. I thought it would be fun to show you in case you are looking for some inspiration. I used to create these like really detailed, intricate spreads, and I'm a big bullet journal girly, and I just did all the things with all the stickers and markers and pens and washi tapes and all sorts of things. And while those were really beautiful, they are very, very time consuming. And unfortunately, in this season of life, I just don't have that much time to give to my journaling hobby. So I've just been doing a very simple approach, but still very cute, still very aesthetic, still makes me want to put pen to paper and journal. So I thought I would walk you through how I've been doing it recently. If you are somebody that enjoys journaling, please, join along tonight and let's spend some cozy time creating our spreads. And then at the end, I will actually just sit down and journal, and I would love for you to join me. These are the supplies I have here in front of me. I have some of my wrong sticker books. I have some washi tape. These are the couple I picked out that are kind of spring inspired, very summery, flowery blooms type of vibe. I also have my journal, of course. I have some tweezers. I don't always use them, but every now and again I might need them. I also have my cutting tool. This is what is going to carve out all of the stickers from my washi tapes. And I also have this cutting board. I don't want to cut through onto my desk mat, so this kind of helps protect against any of the sharp incisions that I make with my cutting tool. So let's open the journal to our empty spread. And as you can tell, I've just been filling it up with tons of different kinds of spreads, and it's been working well to help me just kind of get all my thoughts out and focus on just what I'm trying to convey. So I'm gonna open it. This is the last one I have left, and what I've been doing is just creating different ones for several days in advance, so I don't have to stop every day and pull out my supplies and just do this whole shebang every single day. So what I do is I create 4 or 5 spreads at a time, so that kind of buys me some time to be able to write for several days in a row without having to stop to create more. So just a quick side note before we get started, I didn't realize until I just showed you that flip through that I have been journaling pretty consistently over the last couple of months, and I have always been somebody who journals, but recently I've been doing it almost every single day, and I have to say it has really been life-changing just being able to get a couple of those thoughts down on paper every day. And even if it's a couple of sentences, it really can change the way you approach your day, the way you approach just things going on in your life. And I'm not a professional. I don't work in therapy services, but I will share that it has truly made a huge impact, especially right now while I'm in this season of, just a lot going on and struggling through some things and working through some things and just kind of trying to get back to myself, especially with a newborn and all these things. And it has really made quite the difference. So if you are considering journaling, You know, I would highly recommend it, especially if you can find yourself being consistent with it, because that's when you will notice the real impact of it. I do have a video for how to start your journaling era, I think it's called, and it has a lot of great beginner-friendly tips if that's something you're interested in doing. It kind of walks you through what to write, what to share. You know, sometimes people don't always know where to start, and that video kind of walks you through that. But yeah, I don't, you know, on my channel, I don't usually push for too many things. I think people should find joy in whatever brings them joy. But one of the things that I will tell anyone and everyone who will listen is to journal. It really, really can be quite life-changing. So let's start on a fresh new page. And what I typically will do is I'll take one of these washi tapes and I will just cut out a bunch of different designs that look interesting all in one go. I don't necessarily care if they match or they go together. I'm just cutting out the ones that I think are cute, and then we can take it from there. And it might seem kind of tedious to cut out all of these different stickers, and it might seem easier to just get a pack of them that are already cut. But honestly, I find it quite relaxing to cut each one out. So once I have cut out all of the different outlines of the girl, the flowers, anything else that stuck out to me, I will then start to create my pages. And what I'll do is I'll take some of the bigger ones and place those first so I can kind of orient how the page is going to look. And again, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just making stuff up. So I'll put the big ones, and then I will add in some of the smaller stickers. Like in this roll, there are a lot of these little flower details. So I'll just supplement those with some of the colors that I think look nice, and just put a couple on each page. And then if I run out, I can always cut a few more to add in a few little extra details. But for the most part, I leave it pretty blank because I want to leave enough room to write. These stickers are just a cute little way to add a little something, but you don't have to worry about the right placement. Does it look nice together? Do the colors look good together? I have found that no matter what combination of placement I do, it always turns out cute. So here is the first finished spread. As you can see, super simple, easy to do. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of putting random things in random places, and in between I will write my journal entry. And like I said, there's no hard and fast rules with how to do this. As you can see, I'm just doing random placement. But one thing that does help is the rule of threes when you are layering stickers. So here in the corner, you'll see I've put these 3 flowers. They're all separate stickers, but because I bunched them together in this 3 little structure, they kind of looked really cohesive and like it's well balanced. it is a lot of fun, and like I said, cutting it out can actually be quite peaceful, but I do also enjoy sticker books, some of the ready-made ones where the stickers are already cut out for you. I have quite a few from Wrong, this company. They make brilliant sticker books. They are a little bit on the pricier side, but you get so many stickers in one pack, and they're usually based on some sort of theme. So this one, like you can see, is like a tea time one. This one is like some bookworm ones, and these ones I've been using for springtime, and they've been actually really stunning. And not only do they have some pre-cut stickers in here, but they also have these fun boxes like you see here, where you can make some fun to-do lists or use these decorative ones to write like a quote or something funny that might have happened in the week. So they just add a little bit of interest to your journal spreads, and it kind of breaks them up a little, but also adds like a little aesthetic flair. Spreads we made tonight. We have this really cute spring one, another sweet blooms inspired one. I love the cute little bunny in this one, very cottagecore spring. Then we used a different sticker book and did some of these pre-cut stickers, and like I mentioned, I love these ones that have the boxes because I can call out a quote or something fun that happened. Some more. And some of them may look a little empty and they don't look like much, but I promise when you fill it in with all of your writing and all of your thoughts, it just looks so special and really cute. And then we switched over to some of our bookworm stickers. I love these because they have some ready quotes already with them. I love this one. It says, "We lose ourselves in books. We find ourselves there too." And then I love this one. And that's the end of this journal. I can't believe I've managed to fill it with so many different kinds of spreads. I'm so excited to finish this one up and then start a brand new one. And I think I might film setting that one up. I may try to do a combination of some of the simple journaling with a little bit of the bullet journal style as well. So stay tuned. I will be starting a new journal very soon. That was actually a lot of fun. I feel like sometimes when I know there's a spread creation day ahead of me and I'm a little behind, I feel like I get overwhelmed and I think it's going to be such a tedious activity to set up all these spreads. But actually, I forget that the process of even doing it, of cutting out the stickers, laying them out on the pages, that in and of itself is such a cozy hobby. And I already feel like my mind is not racing as much, and I've been able to shut out some of the noise from the day and from last week. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And now I have several spreads to take me through the next, I would say like 10 days to 2 weeks, just depending on how often I am writing and how much. But I'm really glad to have those. I'm also very excited to be at the end of this journal so that I can start a new one. I have ordered some, and so I'm really excited to be picking out one of those. And like I said, I'm going to try to do a combination of this simple journaling, but also bring back some of my bullet journal elements. So I will make a video when I'm ready to create that next journal. But for now, we have these spreads. And now I'm just gonna sit and actually get these thoughts out of my head before I head to bed. So if you are joining me, please grab your journal, a cozy beverage, get settled in, and let's spend some time actually just getting all of that gunk out of our head.